Hello, hello, hello. If this is the first time that you are on my channel, come on in. Welcome. My name is Taneza. I'm the mom of 3 brilliant children living in the heart of NYC. It is so awesome to have you. All you have to do to become a member of my tribe, my YouTube family, smash that SUBSCRIBE button below. Mix it up for you guys. I would love, love, love to have you subscribe to my channel. Y'all have notes for days. You have clicked on season 16, episode 6 of Married at First Sight. What's crazy is that I noticed that it's episode 6, but also day 6 of marriage. And they have 7 weeks until decision day. The title of this episode, You Dropped a Bomb on Me. Let's just jump in. Let's just get started. First up, Dominique and McKinley. On a scale of 1 to 10, Dominique puts attraction at a 6.5. Romance, a 3 to 4. I honestly thought it was higher than that. When she said that, I was like, weren't you guys just like making out in the pool with the floating desserts? But I digress. If that's her truth, that's her truth. I just thought it was higher than that. She says the constant joking, because she doesn't know if he's serious, and her whole thing is, I don't know you well enough to know your joking style. I don't know you well enough yet. So she FaceTimes her mom, and remember, her mother's the one that signed her up. So and her mom is trying to be supportive because she's the one that got Dominique on the show. They FaceTime, and she said it's the apprehension that he has in trying new things. Quote, I'll sit on a beach in Florida. I'm not sitting on a beach in Jamaica, because she likes these adventures. She likes doing these excursions. And like while she was saying that, I was like, you know what? I bet Married at First Sight is paying for all these excursions. Imagine going on vacation. I mean, I'm sure they are. Imagine going on vacation, your honeymoon, international trip, her first international trip, and literally you can do whatever you want to do because they're paying for it. Come on, like that's a no-brainer. But again, McKinley keeps saying, I'm an introvert. This is big for me. I'm an introvert. I've never done this. So I guess, we gotta believe him when he says that. Gina Clint. Clint, you guys know I pick on Clint. He said they're in the pool, right, that next morning, and they have a floating breakfast. Clint says, a little lovely floating breakfast with an unbelievable landscape. I'm like, who says that? Who says unbelievable landscape? Their everyday speak. It was my first time, Taneza, actually seeing a floating breakfast, and it was kind of cute. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Gina asks Clint what he's most excited about returning to Nashville. He says taking Gina sailing on Dang and Dangette, his 2 boats. Quote, in Nashville, Gina says, I don't relax very often. I, Taneza, believe that Gina, in large part, defines herself by her job. That's a big piece of her identity. Huge. Being a hairstylist, being a salon owner. Gina mentions that she just signed a 7-year commercial lease. I, Taneza, already see an issue between Gina and Clint with their work-life balance. I think that Gina trying to be the cool, laid-back, newlywed wife is not who she is. I already see, and I think that Clint is like 9:01 to 4:59. Like he's one of those 9-to-5ers, 9 minute more, and he wants to be with a beer chilling. And I really feel that because she said she doesn't get home before 7, I already see it, guys. And I don't want to see problems coming, but I feel it. Clint said he's heard enough about the salon. This is her baby. This is new to her. You're tired already? 6 days? You had 7 more years, Clint. 7 years. And to be honest with you, he needs to be more supportive. He needs to be like asking about the salon, square footage. Like, if he showed more interest, I'm sure she would be willing to venture out onto other subjects. But that's a large part of who she is. We go to Jasmine and Airris. They go on a couples massage. Airris doesn't think that never being in love is a big deal. According to Jasmine, that's a huge bomb. I honestly did not know why Jasmine thought Airris was being sarcastic about taking things slowly. Airris talking about sex before, but now he does not seem interested. It's alarming for her. So I thought 2 things. I thought, one, it was the alcohol that whenever Airris brings up sex or sexual positions, he's tipsy. He's feeling nice, right? 2, since he has brought it up a couple of times and she's kind of like shut down and not been responsive, and the fact that in past relationships, sex was his priority and he's trying to do things differently. I honestly think that Jasmine is taking it way too personally. Girl, calm down. One, when he was talking about sex, you're like, I'm more modest than that, and that's completely okay. But when he takes a step back and doesn't do it anymore, you cannot be so angry, girl. I know it's just hurt feelings, but there's no need. No need. All right, Nicole and Chris, they're hanging out in the hammock. I did not enjoy their conversation, but I will do my duty and review it. Chris says that he only had sex 3 times in a 1.5-year relationship. When he said that, I was like, were you guys trying to abstain, or 3 times in a 1.5 years? I feel like maybe he got friend zoned and didn't realize it. That's my gut feeling is telling me. But both Nicole and Chris are very insecure about sex. I mean, I guess it's good they're talking about it. I didn't enjoy the conversation. But they are trying to like cover every base. They really, really are. All the couples get together. The outpost. Dominique asks if anyone's had a first fight. Clint is obviously annoyed with Gina. Obviously. Dominique brings up Max. She calls him Mac now. Max joking. Clint was a creep. Clint said in front of everyone, have you blown Jasmine's back out yet? Clint, you're whack. He said that at the bachelor party. What is like the rule of bachelor and bachelor? What goes on there stays there. Why would you say that in front of everyone? You're whack and you're a creep. Why would you say that? Because I was so annoyed with Clint. I was like, Clint, you're being a creep right now. I said, look, okay, Clint, you're a creep. Clint asks if they've seen their partners naked. Again, you're being a creep. Clint creep 2.0. No one has. Airris explains that he is a sexual person, but that hasn't served him well in the past. So like I mentioned before, he's taking a different approach. Everyone notices annoyance on Jasmine's face. And I have in parentheses, maybe she feels less wanted as they get to know each other. Like they're hurt feelings. So before he was like sex, sex, sex. And then now it's like no talk of it, no mention of it, no initiation of it. And she's now getting worried. So I understand where she's coming from in terms of 2 days ago, you wanted to jump my bones and now we won't even talk about it. And maybe she's feeling like the more he gets to know me, the less he likes me. But again, the alcohol brings people's feistiness out. And then number 2, he is trying to take a different approach. Kirsten. Girl, she brings up Shaquille's bald head. Quote, forget the physical attraction, that'll grow. And I'm sure she meant like in a nice way, But again, you're reminding Shaquille that you are not physically attracted. He can't do anything about it. Like, he's bald. Like, and the problem is that he thinks he's so fly. That's the issue. He is known as being probably like Metro, super fly, super Mr. Suave. And then she's like, not attracted to you. Gina says that she and Clint have kissed several times. And the other couples try to give suggestions on what to do. And she's like, well, no, let us work on it. We're working on it. Clint says in front of the entire group, all 5 ladies, the other 4 gentlemen, that typically the girls I've dated are very athletic and slender. Typically, that means what's not happening now. So now what you're saying, the undertones, is that Gina is not slender. Because typically, the girls you date are. And Dominique made a really, really good point. He could not read the room because literally all the brides are curvy. Not just Gina. I don't want to sit here and talk about people's bodies or body types. But all of them, none of them are stick figures. These are all grown women. I think that Jasmine's in really good shape, but I definitely feel that the other Nicole, Kirsten, and Dominique are all thickums, and that's fine. They're beautiful. But the fact that he made that comment, maybe in his mind, he was thinking about Gina, but it affected everyone. Gina said it was a slap in the face. Jasmine said, I am not checking for Clint. Girl, me either. Me either, girl. They all go ride horses in the ocean. It said it was cute when Dominique was like, I just want Mac to have a good time. He did not enjoy it at all. He said, quote, I rode on a horse in a circle. It was not adventurous. And then, like, the fact that his horse pooped in the water, that's gross. If that touched him, that would disgust me. So I get it. Jasmine Airris, they're talking that evening. Airris says that Gina and Clint low-key called each other ugly. He's correct. Oh, I have my notes. Oh no. Airris feels more a friend vibe instead of an intimate romantic partner with Jasmine. I don't want that for them. I don't want them to be friend zoned. Please give each other a chance. Please. I mean, he mentioned that the girls he dates usually have big badunkadunks, and she doesn't. Airris, please. Open your mind. Gina and Clint. They're swinging that night silently. Gina is obviously offended by Clint's comments. She's over it. She doesn't even care to fill the awkward silences. And then we find out the next day that she likes to table issues, to think through and process them. But yeah, what he said at the outpost that afternoon hurt and embarrassed her. Dominique and McKinley. McKinley said, quote, he'd been riding horses since childhood. Not true. That was the first time today. Max said, it was a good day besides me being there. And me being a part of it. When he said that, Dominique's mouth dropped. She's irritated at McKinley. Kirsten and Shaquille. I thought this was probably like one of the best scenes in the whole episode. The dance hall lesson. I thought it was super cute. Both Kirsten and Shaquille love to dance. I put in my notes, I'm glad they have something they both enjoy. It looked like a lot of fun. Kirsten said that the dance hall lesson, dancing together, is helping her to build an attraction to Shaquille. And I just thought it was just a really sweet moment. Nicole and Chris go kayaking. According to Nicole, her pet peeves are being splashed with water. I thought that was really like, wah, wah, wah. And SMP, slow moving people. Chris's pet peeve, dishes in the sink. And they discuss their laundry frequency. They're talking about everything. Chris does not want to be seen as lazy. I have my notes. They're having constant conversations, which is a good sign. And then Chris does say that they're both fully committed. The brides go lay on the beach. The boys have a boys' day. Chris says that Nicole holds hands more than he likes, but they are vibing. Nicole also mentions to the ladies it's going to be her first time living with someone. I actually agree with Clint for the first time when he told Chris that Nicole is a strong firecracker. Clint said she will stomp on you. At that point, I got annoyed at Clint. I was like, Clint. What's the Bible say? Don't take that speck out of your brother's eye. Take that boulder out of your eye. Clint. Dominique mentions that Mac complains a lot. Mac says that being stupid is funny. Clint has something to say to everyone. I said, not being Dr. Phil, LOL. Shaquille says that Kirsten is not vulnerable. Jasmine wants more sexual chemistry. Guys, this is what I'm worried to. Airris says, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm a 12 to Jasmine. He is at a 4 to 5 for her. He's a butt guy. She's not a butt girl. No one's had sex. All the women were offended by Clint's comments. Gina made sure everyone knew she's got a 26-inch waist. I was like, Gina, I mean, maybe that's true, but literally a 26-inch waist is like a size 4, a size 2-4. Because a size 28 is a size 6. Maybe she is that small. She doesn't look that small. Maybe she is that small. Again, she empowers women. That's what she does every day through her work as a hairstylist and a salon owner. Clint mentions the hair salon. He's over it. Mac tries to explain having a small business, why that would matter to her since he also is an entrepreneur. You guys, I don't know if Mac was having too much alcohol. He said, quote, I think Gina is sexy. I think you're crazy. She's gorgeous. And that may be true, but he said that with such conviction. I was like, oh, Mac. McKinley, don't, your eyes got to stay over here. And Dominique, you can't, turn your eyes back over here. All the guys were like, whoa, like, and I get it. He was just being a nice guy, but he said that with a little bit too much conviction. I got my eye on you. Dominique and McKinley in the rainforest. Dominique has a knife and Mac carves their initials into a piece of bamboo. He apologizes for his banter and complaining. He explains that he's doing these things for the first time for her, and Dominique forgives him. Kirsten and Shaquille. Shaquille tells Kirsten that Airris is not attracted to Jasmine. Kirsten's confused since Airris called her beautiful. Kirsten tells Shaquille that he plays and jokes around too much. I was like, yeah, Shaquille, stand up. Shaquille was like, well, what do you like about me? She's not physically attracted to him. Number 2, doesn't like that he likes to joke around and have a good time. She never answered that question, you guys. I literally rewound and watched it over again to make sure I didn't miss it. She never told Shaquille what she does like about him. But I did like the fact they were able to get through what became a tough conversation. That showed their maturity, and I think they really do communicate well, and they hug at the end. 2 thumbs up. Airris and Jasmine. Jasmine communicates that she feels pressure. She wants him to fall in love with her. Airris would love to be someone's first love. Again, the whole bomb thing. He thinks it's a good thing. Like, the fact that I haven't loved someone, you can be my first love. Like, I would love to be someone's first love. Because she doesn't want to fall for him, and it's not reciprocated. Airris is willing to go through peaks and valleys, he says, and that does give Jasmine some reassurance. The last clip of the episode, Gina and Clint. Clint is shocked that Gina is offended about the weight comment. He first denies, saying that he usually with slender women. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because they played back for us and you said it. You said it. And he's shocked that other people were offended as well. The other women. Again, he cannot read a room. He is used to like being an alpha male, super funny, super like engaging. There's a reason you're still single, Clint. And I think we all see it. I do. I do. Again, I think that Clint made that comment out of a bruised ego. Clint apparently does not like being called a ginger. He says it's offensive. Gina was like, oh, really? Like I'm sure she did not mean to offend him. And she mentions that her clients, who are also redheaded, call themselves gingers. So that's why she felt comfortable to use the term. She did apologize. But Clint, you still cannot read a room. Everyone was offended by what he said. Gina says that for the duration of the honeymoon, it is best if they spend time apart. Woo! I was like, I wrote in the book. Dang. I did not see that one coming. Gina's over him. I knew she was not the laid back, easygoing, easy peasy, chill gal that she thought she could pretend to be. I knew that because you cannot be that way and own a business like she does. I did not see that coming. She does not even want to spend time with him in Jamaica where everything is paid for. She would rather, because the other couples are coupling, right? That meant she would rather be all alone for the rest of the trip than to be with Clint. She said, I'm done. I'm done. And she was in, that was not scripted. That was real. When she walked away from him, she passed the camera. She said, I'm done. She was done. She was super offended. He was not willing to acquiesce in any way. And Clint's face, he said she should be done. What an unfortunate turn of events. Gina walks away and Clint is pissed. Pissed off. I don't even use that word. So don't take that lightly. He is irate. He keeps talking to himself, you guys, on camera. Thinks that Gina is looking for an out. And what did I say? That was like day 6 and 7 of being married. It's going to be a long 7 weeks. A long 7 weeks. So let me just go ahead and like wrap it up for you guys where I feel like they all stand. So for the record, I love. Taneza, love. I am married. I have been married since 2008. It'll be 15 years this year. And we dated for 2 years before we got married. I love. I believe in love. I'm married. My brother is married. I love. I want everyone to work out. I do want everyone to work out. From what I see, Jasmine and Airris are in trouble. I hope that Airris has not friend-zoned Jasmine perpetually or permanently. Jasmine feels open to Airris, but I'm worried about how Airris views Jasmine. Nicole and Chris, they seem to have had most of the conversations about the future, having kids, living together, working. So I feel like they're on a roll. They're on a good wave. I feel like they're progressing. Kirsten and Shaquille, I like them together. I do. She's got to get over the bald head and she's got to stop talking about it. We know. We know. I feel like they will continue, if they continue to work on their physical intimacy and attraction, I feel like they're on a good path. Dominique and McKinley, they have a little bit of a hiccup, but I feel like if they can get over it, continue having conversations, continue being kind. Gina and Clint, they're too different. Their lives are too different. He's over the salon, and he has not even seen the salon yet. How are you over it? That's your wife's business. I'm telling you, The lifestyles are too different. I want them to work out, you guys, but it's going to take, Clint's going to have to do a whole lot of self-reflection. A whole lot. Drop in the comments below. Who do you think has the best chance right now of making it? Try. This has been amazing. I love these every week. I wish it came on twice a week. As I mentioned before, please, please, if you have not already, hit the subscribe button below. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments who's going to make it. And guess what? I'm going to see you in next week's video. Bye for now.